Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing Monkey Run and reading Reddit stories. I got inspo from Baby Jamie and another YouTuber. I really love their videos. I've been watching for a couple months now and I wanted to try to. They play Minecraft, but I'm playing Roblox because I'm not really good at Minecraft, and recording Minecraft on my computer, it would just take up so much space and it would be very slow. So we're doing Roblox and Reddit stories. But yeah, this is one of the series that I'm going to start working on. But let's go ahead and get started. The first story is I received a distasteful opinion on my new and first tattoo. Hi, I'm 43 and I just got my tattoo about 10 days ago. It's my first one and it's meaningful to me. I got diagnosed with MS out of nowhere in February this year, and it's been extremely stressful and scary and emotional. I just turned 12 years sober off of alcohol, which is my proudest accomplishment as I struggled hard with alcoholism to the point of hospitalization with liver damage at 31. My liver has thankfully recovered. The butterfly in my tattoo represents growth and personal transformation and hope. And I've added the orange awareness ribbon, which is the primary symbol for MS, among other diseases, and represents strength, hope, determination, and support for those living with the condition. The script reads, "Life is tough, my darling, but so are you," which is to remind me that I'm a bad I'm not gonna say cuss words, but yeah, bad A, who can do hard things for when times get rough. Yesterday, someone said that from afar, this script looks like a heroin track marks. That broke my heart. I need honest opinions, like be completely real, please. Because if it does, then I need opinions on what I can do or add to fix that. The first pic is from the day after I got it, which is why it's still inflamed. And then I added a pic from afar. Any inputs is appreciated. Okay, first of all, congrats to her for being 12 years sober. And I'm really glad that her liver has recovered due to that. And because alcoholism is really a serious thing that people struggle with, and I'm really, really proud of her for overcoming that. And whoever said that to her, they do not have no, I don't know what it's called, but like, they should not have said that, because even if you don't know the meaning behind it, some people's tattoos or things that they have really mean a lot to them, and this meant a lot to her. And yeah, I'm going to include the picture of the tattoo. I think it looks really good. I don't know what that person meant by heroin track. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, there's also an edit and it says, "I did not anticipate this to blow up like this. I honestly don't know what heroin tracks look like in person, and I wanted feedback, but holy crap. Y'all, I didn't know what that is either." So, sorry, I lost my place. You guys really rallied here. I don't normally take things too personal, but it's such a fresh tattoo, and that comment was so unexpected and really took me aback. And yes, I do appreciate the irony of my quote and how I let something like this get to me. I've scanned through tons of your comments and will continue to do so. I truly appreciate all the kind words, advice, honesty, and well wishes for my future. Thank you all so much. Okay, guys, we're going to read the top 2 comments because, yeah. Someone said, "They lied, looks cool to me, stay strong." Another person said, "Having tracks doesn't make somebody a bad person. I work with folks who are actively using. These don't look like tracks." And the next one is called, "A DNA test destroyed my marriage. Me and my wife were both foster kids. We bounced around a lot. We both struggled to put our feet firmly on the ground when adulthood started. I think that may be the reason we were drawn to each other. We both understood each other's struggle. I met her at a fast food joint I worked at, and it was honestly like a fairy tale. I noticed that she would only come in when she knew I was working, and eventually I worked up the courage to offer more. Sorry, my microphone cut out, but let's continue. I worked up the courage to offer more conversation than how may I take your order. We began flirting, and over the course of a few weeks, I think we sort of just fell for each other. I saw something in her that I'm pretty sure she saw in me too. We were like matching puzzle pieces. Her coming into that restaurant was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. She worked at a bowling alley across town, but when we began dating, we both kind of accelerated. It was like the thrill of finding each other drove us to strive to do better, not only for one another, but for ourselves. I started putting money towards online college classes, and she did the same. Sorry, y'all, I got a hiccup. We weren't looking for doctorates or anything like that, just a degree that could maybe springboard us into the next stage of our lives. Y'all, sorry. We having technical difficulties, but let's continue. I ended up with an associate's degree in business administration. She ended up with an associate's degree in accounting. It definitely wasn't easy by any means, but we did it. We could take pride in our accomplishments. We could actually dream together. She went from the bowling alley to a bookkeeper. I went from a fast food joint to a logistics coordinator at a shipping company. Y'all, do y'all hear that? That's like really amazing. Like, props to them. Sorry, I had to stop the recording, but do you guys hear that? Like, they went from fast food joint and bowling alley to college courses, passing them and getting their degree, and then going on to better jobs. That's really amazing. But let's continue. We were building together. We spent a few years at an apartment, but as we grew and expanded, we were finally able to find a little place to call our own. Nothing too fancy. 1 story, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, but it was ours, and that's what mattered. We got married soon after. We wanted to have kids so badly. We wanted to provide a life that we never really had growing up, but no matter how hard we tried, we just never seemed to get lucky. I think that's what led us to the decision that ultimately collapsed the world around us. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to breathe while reading, and it's kind of hard because I don't know what's going on. But we didn't plan on anything coming out of what we did. We just thought it would be a fun little experiment. We both sent in DNA samples to one of those websites you always see being advertised on late night television. We just wanted to know where we came from. We waited for weeks. Finally, the results came back. I read them, my wife read them, and I don't think it's a wound that's ever gonna heal. Because what we found out in those test results
is that my wife is my sister.
What? Guys. I did not read this before recording because I don't want to have like a biased opinion. But what the heck? Dude. Okay, let me take a break. Okay, guys, I've took a break and now that I've stopped laughing, because this is serious, but it's like, oh my goodness. But sorry for the laughter in the microphone and the breathing in the microphone. I'm recording on my phone, and you know, budget is low. I'm just recording with what I have, and I'm fine with that. But enough about that. If that happened to you guys, how would you react? Because this is why you have to really, really, really take your time getting to know your partner and like you have to meet their family and stuff like that. Cause this stuff happens. Like there was a story with like somebody and their cousin, and they had already literally done stuff together, and she just didn't talk to him. And I was like, bro, y'all had to know y'all were cousins, cause what the heck? This is why y'all need to get to know each other. But let's continue. Okay, because what we found out in those results is that my wife is my sister. We thought it was a mistake. Surely we would have known. We sent in test after test after test. Each one came back the same. I guess my dad or mom or whoever couldn't be bothered to keep us together. She's a few years younger than me, so I guess we just missed each other. Huh? We didn't come up together. We didn't even meet until our late teens. I don't know how to process this. I don't know what to do. I can never stop loving her no matter what. But I don't think we can be together anymore. I mean, obviously you cannot be together anymore because you came from the same parents. Like, what are you talking about? You cannot be together anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. I don't know if this is gonna get me canceled. Alright. I don't even have a big following, but you should not be with your sister. Even if you did not know that she was your sister, you found out and done. Divorce, freaking no more being together. Like, I don't even think y'all should talk to each other no more, because after all of that, y'all literally built a life together. Y'all literally tried for a baby. That's something that you cannot come back from. So I think those feelings are still gonna be there for him and her, despite them being siblings. I really think they should not be around each other no more, just so nothing happens anymore. I don't know, guys. I'm just a teenager. I'm not an adult. I never seen anything like this in my life. But let's read the top comments. One of them is, what I don't get is the phrase, I noticed she only came in when I was working. How do you notice? If you weren't working and weren't there, how did you win if she wasn't coming in? Spy cams in the toilet? And he said, the poster said, it's funny because I literally was thinking about that when I wrote this, but then I was like, nah, I don't know what I meant, LOL. And another person said, maybe my coworker mentioned she never came in when I was not there. People on Reddit really need to learn how to type, because I'm really having a hard time saying stuff. I don't know. But, yeah. Someone said this is a true story in England, and sorry, my phone cut off. The budget is really low. This iPhone 11 is really
kicking the buckets, bro.
I did have a 13, but I broke that one, so I resorted back to the 11. But someone said it's a true story in England, and they divorced. There's a link to it. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in here, so y'all can see it. I'll probably put it in the description or the comments. But yeah. And someone said, I get the divorce. However, would someone continue talking to their sister/brother knowing the truth? That's a hard one to answer. That's not really hard to answer. I don't think they should be talking to each other. That's literally, no. Y'all are biologically related, even though y'all did not know. That is still incest, and nobody should be doing that. No shade. Remember, I'm just a teenager, so don't flame me. But yeah. Okay, guys. I am going to... This is the end of the video. I know I only read 2 stories, but it's getting kind of long, and I do have to go do some cleaning and stuff. I know I said these videos would have been out by the end of the week, the post I made, And I know it's probably been like a week or two since I made that post. But I've really been struggling with making these videos and stuff. I really lost motivation. And there's a bunch of people that I live with. I have a big family, so it's like always loud. And I never have a quiet place to record. It was hard to record this. So, yeah. But bye, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Also, please do not mind the squeaking fire alarm thingy. Our battery has to get replaced. It got replaced a while ago, but now the battery went out again for some reason. I don't know what happened, but yeah.